We got one more, man. We got Disgraced, man. We got Diddy, Monster Fall. Full crime documentary on Sean Diddy Combs.
We are following breaking news right now related to music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. Major new allegations today of sexual assault and exploitation by Combs. For the first time, we are
That's the whole family right there, boy. I've been hearing the craziest rumors. I'm talking about crazy. I'm hearing Diddy over here clapping all their ass. Like, what? The kids too?
Hearing about victims who say they were minors when they were allegedly assaulted by the music star. The youngest allegedly just 9 years old.
The complaint alleges in part that defendant Combs and another defendant committed a, quote, violation of New York City Victims of Gender-Motivated Violence Protection Act by viciously and violently forcing contact, oral sex, and sexual intercourse on the plaintiff.
Wherever he is, his resolve is the same. He believes he's innocent. I believe he's innocent. And we're going to fight this case with all of our might until we don't have to fight any longer.
Some of the hardest parts of...
Now, I hope most of this shit, I ain't going to say ain't true, but I hope there's some fact in what they saying, because, bruh, they treated him, man, guilty over here, defaming his character, all type of shit on the internet. Boy, y'all better be spitting fast. This ain't nothing about this shit better be allegedly, bruh. That's all I'm saying, man. Let's get back to it.
This pain, the shame, and the guilt I have experienced that plays a negative part in my day-to-day
Look at all that plastic surgery and she talking. You got all that plastic, I ain't even saying what you talking about.
ability to function properly.
And they usually do not indict someone, especially someone of this kind of public magnitude, without having all their ducks already lined up. So I imagine it is a very serious case.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you gotta do that. I was up. I mean, I hit rock bottom.
In November 2023, the singer Cassie, real name Cassandra Ventura, filed an explosive federal lawsuit against her former partner Sean Diddy Combs, claiming he had been physically and sexually abusive throughout their relationship.
No.
The complaint alleged that Combs' abuse ranged from beating Ventura and forcing...
Come on, Diddler? Be tripping, bro. You had this baddie, bro. You doing all that. You beating on her, bro. Hey, bro. Y'all ain't heard of tricking, bro. Ain't y'all invent tricking, bro? Just trick on her, bro. Come on, bro. You beating her for what? She cheating? Come on, bro. You got on high security, kidnap, all that. How, bro? Why you doing that, bro? Why you did that, bro? You don't want to no more, bro. Leave, bro. Get somebody else. Y'all be doing all this. What? Talking about forcing her to... Nah, come on. Now that's cap. If they go together, bro, what? He would've just broke up with her, bro. You talking about I can't hit no more?
He ain't lying.
We go together and I can't clap buns. Huh? Oh yeah, just grab your things. You can leave by the morning. Oh, you don't want to be with them, me no more because you can't clap buns? Who else clapping them buns? Who else buns I'm supposed to be clapping? Come on, man. So yeah, I understand if you broke up with her or left her, but forcing her and beating on her, nah, that's crazy, bro. Take him in, bro. Y'all got him.
Her to have sex with other men, to raping her at her home in 2018. The rapper settled the lawsuit within a day. But it didn't end there. This was a...
Yeah, that way you messed up. You settled in a day? Oh yeah, that guilty. Guilty. They got you today. You don't think they finna come back for more? Come on, man. You supposed to fought it out innocently and paid them nothing. If you was innocent, though, that's if you was innocent. But if you know you would get, yeah, nah.
It's a situation that the rapper couldn't simply buy his way out of. Since then, over 24 men and women have sued Combs, accusing him of a wide range of abusive behavior, including sexual harassment, rape, non-consensual pornography, and sex trafficking.
Okay, the girlfriend's claiming the R word is like, what y'all together for? How is he doing this to y'all? If you together, are y'all together for real? Was y'all in the talking stage? Was this y'all first date? Or y'all was living together? No, sleeping in the same bed? Oh my God, this is crazy. This made up shit right here.
The situation
Like that just be red flags. Come on, right?
escalated in March when
I
federal
ain't saying
agents
it ain't
raided
true, it just
Combs'
don't sound
properties
right.
in Miami and Los Angeles. And then on September 16th, federal agents arrested Combs at a Manhattan hotel following a grand jury indictment. The music mogul was charged with racketeering and sex trafficking, to which he pleaded not guilty. A judge ruled that he be held without bail until trial.
Sure you want to do that? Sure you want to do that?
Following the raids, Combs' lawyer Aaron Dyer maintained that his client is innocent and will continue to fight every single day to clear his name. The music mogul even took matters into his own hands, turning to Instagram to deny all of his accusers' allegations. I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy, he said in December. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. However, anyone's doubts about the hip-hop moguls...
Damn, why didn't you read the last line? He said, I will fight for my kids, my name, my family. Like, what you talking about, bro? Come on, bro. Why you gonna skip that? No, damn well, he sound just like R. Kelly did.
Guilt were swiftly diminished in May when CNN
man.
Published graphic security footage
details.
showing Combs assaulting Ventura in a hotel back in 2016. Viewer warning for content displaying domestic violence.
New surveillance footage obtained exclusively by CNN appears to corroborate some of the allegations of abuse against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. The video, captured on multiple cameras, shows Combs assaulting his then-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, in a hallway at a Los Angeles hotel in March.
No, that boy crashed. Bruh. What you doing? Grabbed about the hoodie, hair, all that. Slammed her down. They kicked her on the butt like, bad girl. Like, what?
2016. A lawsuit filed by Ventura in November last year and settled the next day referenced actions that seem to match those seen in this video.
He wildin', bro.
According to the complaint, Combs became extremely intoxicated and punched Miss Ventura in the face, giving her a black eye, which, according to the lawsuit, prompted Ventura to try and leave the hotel room. The surveillance video begins as she enters the hallway. The complaint says, as she exited, Mr. Combs awoke and began screaming at Miss Ventura. He followed her into the hallway of the hotel while yelling at her. The complaint goes on to say, he grabbed at her and then took glass vases in the hallway and threw them at her.
No.
The video lines up closely with the allegations in Cassie's suit, further cementing her claims and diminishing any doubts that may have been left in the public's mind about whether or not she was telling the truth. So often, survivors of domestic abuse aren't believed until physical evidence is provided.
That's crazy, but you can't say nothing about that one. Can't say nothing about that one, boy. Ooh, they got that boy in 420p. Doing a crime.
Hey, brother love, brother love.
And just like that, the reputation of one of hip-hop's music moguls was destroyed. Social media was littered with jokes about baby oil and think pieces about how one man was able to get away with abuse for so long without getting caught. Was it his wealth? His power? Who else knew about what was going on and chose to stay silent?
Good question.
A magnifying glass
Y'all heard his friend that claimed him talking about they ain't friends no more.
Was placed on all of the celebrities and staff who had associated closely with Diddy over the years as people began to question just how innocent they could have been. Was this all just one big open Hollywood secret?
Yup.
But in order for us to truly understand how Diddy was able to get away with his crimes for so long, we have to go back. Way back to the 90s when Sean Combs was not yet the superstar rapper and producer he is today, but was just a kid from Mount Vernon trying to make it big, by whatever means necessary.
Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get!
That's a bold term right there. That sounds motivational and scary at the same time. Knowing his history, but that sounds a little crazy. What you mean you gotta get what you gotta get? But in a grinding sense, it's like, okay, he gonna go get it. But in the other aspect, like knowing his history, nah, bruh. Chill out, bruh.
Diddy, or at this point, simply Sean Combs, started his life in Harlem, New York City. Growing up in a single-parent household, he was forced to step up as the man of the house from a young age after losing his father to crime when he was only 3. His mother, Janice Combs, encouraged his artistic pursuits, and he found solace in music. After dropping out from Howard University, Diddy began his career by becoming an intern at Uptown Records, one of the oldest and more prominent hip-hop labels with a roster including artists such as Mary J. Blige, Heavy D and the Boys, and of course, the notorious B.I.G.
It's the one and only Biggie Smalls doing his thing in the rap world. That's right, baby.
He swiftly rose up in the ranks of the company, eventually becoming vice president while simultaneously making a ton of industry connections. But this abruptly came to an end when he was fired by the company's CEO, Andre Harrell, for seemingly becoming too big for his boots. In an interview with Oprah, Diddy said that the reason he lost his job was because he didn't understand protocol or workplace politics, and there can't be 2 kings in one castle. But this wasn't enough to stop a young Sean Combs. If anything, it motivated him to become his own boss. And in 1993, just weeks after losing his old job, Diddy formed the label Bad Boy Records, with one of the first people he signed being the notorious B.I.G., aka Biggie.
It was over with since then.
This was a huge blow to Uptown Records given the massive success of Biggie's critically acclaimed debut album, Ready to Die, in 1994. Diddy's career and reputation as a record executive and producer continued to grow during the early to mid-90s, working with artists such as Mariah.
Y'all see him and his best friend? Oh, man. That boy ain't even claiming him no more. Like, nah, I don't even know. I don't think I seen... Who you said that is? From where? No, I never heard of him. Like, come on, Jay.
Mariah Carey, Mace, TLC, Aretha Franklin, and so many
40
others.
years deep now.
His stamp on the music industry during this era was undeniable. In and out, hit after hit, and by 1997, the company had generated over $100 million in record sales. But whilst things were going well for the growing star, this was also when he began to run into some of his legal issues.
Money did it to him, man. There go the answer.
Around this time, a young artist named Tupac had just released his second studio album via TNT Recordings and Interscope Records, and was slowly beginning to become a household name.
Yeah, I like to think I'm revolutionary.
Tupac and Biggie eventually went on to become friends, frequently being seen together on stage and at events. However, things changed quickly when Tupac was shot 5 times on his way to a studio session at Quad Studios in New York in 1994.
The subject is Tupac Shakur, rapper, actor, court defendant, and now shooting victim. Shortly after midnight, 12:25 a.m. on Wednesday morning, Tupac Shakur was shot 5 times in the lobby of this Manhattan building right behind me. Police say it appeared to be a robbery attempt committed by 3 men as Tupac was on his way to a recording studio on the 8th floor of the Powers building. Shakur is reported in serious but stable condition at Bellevue Hospital and entered surgery at 10 a.m. Wednesday morning to check for internal bleeding. He was grazed by 2 shots to the head and wounded in the thigh, hand, and groin. The gunmen, who remain at large, also made off with $40,000 worth of jewelry. Shakur's lawyers, who are downtown awaiting the jury's verdict on sexual assault charges against Tupac, say the shooting looks like a setup and smells like a setup.
After November 30th, 1994, the relationship between Biggie and Tupac was never the same. Rumors about who was behind the shooting and speculation about the whole thing being a setup began circulating.
Who shot you?
But none of this mattered because in the eyes of Tupac, it was Biggie who set him up.
That's what they said. They said that.
And thus, the West Coast versus East Coast beef began. This is also when suspicion about Diddy's involvement started to circulate for a number of reasons. After his shooting, Tupac was facing prison time for a sexual assault case and had to turn himself in, which he did on December 23, 1994. Whilst locked up, Biggie repeatedly stated in interviews that he had nothing to do with it and wished for Tupac's freedom, but Pac wasn't buying it. He thought that, just like all the other East Coast rappers, he was putting up a front for the media, and if he really cared, he would have come to visit him in prison. And then, any doubt about who was behind his shooting was erased with the release of Biggie's song Who Shot Ya in 1995. The song was recorded before Biggie's debut album Ready to Die, which was released in 1994, before the Quad Studio shooting had occurred, but again, Pac wasn't buying it. Many believe that Diddy intentionally released the track after Tupac was shot as a way to taunt him and potentially fuel the battle between Tupac and Biggie, and he had plenty reason to do so. Prior to the shooting, Diddy had unresolved issues with the co-founder and CEO of Death Row Records, the label that Tupac was signed to, Suge Knight.
I'd like to tell Tupac keep his guards up, we ride with him. And one other thing I'd like to say, any artists out there want to be an artist and want to stay a star, don't want to have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the video, all on the record, dancing. Come to Death Row.
The date is September 23rd, 1995, and the record producer Jermaine Dupri is throwing a party to celebrate his birthday in Atlanta, inviting all of his celebrity friends, including both Diddy and Suge Knight. Things remained calm during the event, but the after party was where all the trouble began. A common occurrence that seems to happen when Diddy's around. Suge Knight arrived at the Platinum House nightclub with only one person, his friend Big Jake, who also happened to be an OG Blood member. Diddy was surrounded by an entourage filled with a lot of street guys with gang affiliations, one notably being Anthony Wolf Jones, who was known to be Diddy's right-hand man and also a member of the Crips. According to an off-duty Fulton County sheriff by the name of Chris Howard, who was working as security that night, Diddy and Suge inevitably ended up getting into a heated confrontation, resulting in both parties being asked to leave the club. In an attempt to avoid the altercation getting any worse outside, Suge's party was asked to remain inside whilst Diddy's entourage cleared out. But of course, things only got worse once they hit the streets. As Howard recalled, "I told Suge, okay, coast is clear, and we walked outside and got into the limo. His partner was just about ready to get into the limo when all of a sudden Puffy's guys came from around the corner and one of them had a gun. I chased the guy with the gun around the corner," Howard said. He handed the gun off to another guy. It was a .45. By the time I got back out front, that's when the guy took a shot at Suge's partner. He shot him 2 or 3 times. Howard said he had drawn his weapon but couldn't fire because a crowd had gathered outside the club. He said he saw the shooter jump into a car carrying Cobb's associates. I couldn't see who was driving, but all the guys who were with Puffy ran to the car when the shooting took place, Howard said. Then the shooter jumped in and they drove off. 15 minutes later, the police arrived, but by that point, the shooter was nowhere to be found and no weapon was ever recovered. The victim, Jake Robles, also known as Big Jake, died in the hospital a few weeks later. A lot of speculation followed that night over who actually shot Big Jake, but Jermaine Dupri and many others believed it was Wolf who took the fatal shot. This was the night that officially turned a competition in hip-hop to a full-blown beef. With Bloods and Crips now involved in the beef, things turned violent quickly, and over the following year, a lot of blood was shed, including the blood of the superstar of Death Row, Tupac, and eventually the legendary Notorious B.I.G.
Look, trying to catch me a vibe, sick and tired of the lies, showing love to myself, putting work in the grind, only live one time. Hey, no, I'm leaving them dead, like they tucked in the bed. I'm colorblind, how I see red, all I was gonna be dead. Look, but I'm back in the booth. I lost my dogs, I'll kill a killer. If I get a chance, I'ma shoot. Bye, bro, I crash. Broad day, you know, man, so I'm telling the truth. Ain't no therapist can relate to me, it's why I put my pain in the booth. No, I'm really coming from poverty, borderline, I ain't had no roof. I will hit a list for real, they get fucked by trying to learn how to spoof. Fuck around, find who spoofing back, that spoofer, I got spoofed. They asked about Robert, did a lot of it. We the first young niggas with counterfeits. So my bro, I'ma make it, can't lie to shit. Won't never chat much about a lot back in the booth. I lost my dogs, I'll kill a killer. If I get a chance, I'ma shoot. Bye, bro, I crash. Broad day, you know, man, so I'm telling the truth. Ain't no therapist can relate to me, it's why I put my pain in the booth. No, I'm really coming from poverty, borderline, I ain't had no rule. I will hit the list for real, nigga, get fun by trying to learn how to spoof. Fuck around, find who spoofing, better than spoofer, I got spoofed. They asked about Robert, did a lot of it. We was the first young niggas with counterfeits. So my bro, I'ma make it, can't lie to shit. Won't never chat much about a lot of shit.